So first, if you would just say and spell your name.
Sure. My name is Marie Herring, Marie, last name Herring.
Okay. And we're here at the Savage Cory Booker in Des Moines. And tell us, what are your thoughts on him so far?
I really like him. I think he's charismatic. I think he's very good on the one-on-one, and he's also very good in group dynamics. So I think that's going to be very important going up. If the alternative is Trump, I think we're going to need somebody that has that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big question, is how to engage Trump. You know, because obviously he's very combative. You know, do you kind of fight fire with fire, or do you run your own race, or how do you handle it?
I'm of the opinion that you need to run your own race. But you have to also be able to engage, and I think the more you can point out without actually pointing the finger and saying things and directly commenting on his behavior, but to just show the opposite of that. But not to be a shrinking violet either.
And, you know, as you mentioned, I mean, it's a big field. It's very early on. It seems like more and more candidates are throwing their hat in the ring. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing to have a lot of ideas coming from a multitude of sources. But I also think when you think about the finances of politics and running for office, you don't want to spread the money too thin either. So I think it's good early on, but I think it needs to thin out fairly quickly. I don't think everyone's going to make it to caucuses.
Right. And will it be a challenge also to reunite the party after, you know, kind of, because there's going to obviously be contrast made between the candidates. Then how do you come together after that, after a tough campaign?
Right. Well, I hope that the contrasting is more on the policy level and not the character assassination of any type. I think that we need to stand together because all in all, I think our candidates are great. Most of them, I think, on the major issues. Sorry, I got candy in my mouth. Most of the people, their policies are very similar where they stand on issues. Implementation may have some differentiation. But I think all in all, we see what the shortcomings and not having legislative experience, what that means for our country, and definitely a lack of foreign policy. It's been scary.
That are most important to you?
I think domestically, education, healthcare are way up there.
Check. 1, 2, 3,
a living
4,
wage.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check.
And then I'd say foreign
1, 2,
policy,
3, 4, 5,
I'm a
6,
little
7, 8, 9,
nervous
10.
How so?
about our standing in the world and a lack of leadership, and we're leaving a vacuum in that arena. And I'm not too excited about the possibility of the Soviet Union and China kind of stepping up and taking leadership roles on the foreign stage.
You feel like a vacuum has been created?
Yes.
What are you looking for from a candidate?
Somebody that's strong on those issues, definitely on public education, a public health care system. I think that's part of the common good, and I think we need to invest in it. Just like we do police, fire, the military, I think we need to see health care and education at that same level, because to be a nation that is sick, to be a nation that is not well educated, does not make us stronger.
At what point do you think you'll make a decision?
I think I'll probably make a decision. I don't know. You know, I still want to see more. I think I will have probably by midsummer, I think I'll have a pretty good idea.
Who did you support last go around?
I was in California last go around, and I supported Hillary. I wasn't as active in politics as I am today in 2016.
Are you looking to volunteer and all that? And get,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think that, Elizabeth Warren, she announced today, and she said that there's a rigged system. The system is rigged by the wealthy. Do you agree with that?
I think that they definitely get more attention. I think that with Citizens United, we've equated wealth and money to speech, and I do think that's a problem for policy and where we're going as a country.
and then there's that challenge. We saw during the State of the Union address, President Trump basically talked about socialism and said that basically concerns that people are speaking about socialism. Do you think that there's a line there between not going too far in that direction and still maintaining a capitalist system?
Well, there's a difference between state socialism and democratic socialism, and we already have socialism. We have public education, we have a public military, we have people that clean the roads. We have elements of the public good that is a socialist model. And I think more and more you're seeing that people are recognizing that they're paying into that system with their taxes, and are they truly getting the return on that investment of the public good? So democratic socialism is very different from state-sponsored socialism. We're not talking about the Soviet Union. We're talking more about, Canada and United Kingdom. So there's a big difference. And these are our allies in the world. And they have health care.
Kamala Harris has talked about getting rid of the private insurance system, Medicare for all. Do you think that's the route we should go?
I think even when you talk about Medicare for all, that's 80%, right? That covers 80%. And there's still that 20% that people are going to want supplemental insurance. So I don't think that they're going to go away. And those people that work in that industry, somebody's going to have to manage the care at the state level. So I think there will still be jobs for people in the insurance industry now and managing medical care and medical insurance. And then there's always going to be that private sector covering the 20%. So it'll be a change, it'll be a modification, and it'll have its challenges, but I think healthcare for everyone is worth it.
What would your dream ticket look like?
See, I don't have that, but I definitely would like to see a woman on the ticket. Absolutely.
And then also, the issue of how do Democrats win the Midwest? That was a challenge.
I think part of that is just about, it isn't the policy. I think there's actually a lot of support for the policy. I think we have a communication issue within the party. Part of it is being the big tent and trying to, include, we don't want to get rid of that. I think it's just a matter of how many words we use to communicate that. We tend to get very wordy. I think we're the party of justice, and I think that's a good thing.
Would you like to see some candidates from yesteryear like Joe Biden or even Bernie Sanders enter the fray again, or enter the race, or do you want to see a new crop, a new generation?
I think we've got a lot of good candidates in there now, and I'm very grateful for the work that Biden has done for the American people, and I think Bernie really moved the party in a direction that was better for the party, and it was actually more inclusive, even though it was hard to get there. It was like trying to meet more of the needs of people, so that's a good thing. But I think those things have been implemented into people's platforms, so I'd like to see us move forward and let these younger candidates lead.
Very good. Anything else you want to say?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm happy for the opportunity to have these candidates coming to Iowa and get to know them.
Lastly, would you describe yourself as independent, Democrat?
I'm a lifelong Democrat.
And local, you're in Iowa.
I grew up in Iowa. I spent the last 15 years in California, and I moved back at the fall of 2016.